As the time period between post-Vietnam 1975 through the early 2000s illustrated, there are a million stories derived from the American ghetto. Between tragic tales of loss, to coming-of-age stories between friends, to the comical stories told within all the danger and chaos, the American hood has provided so much of the substance that we grew up with. With each story giving us a different life lesson, these films provided so much more than just entertainment. They educated those outside of the community about the life struggles of those within it, as well as the dreams and possibilities of the talented men and women achieved by those looking to transcend that community. Looking at the most influential hood classics over a 30-year period, we rank the best and most pivotal ghetto films that we have come to know and love, with a few honorable mentions thrown in.
You gotta learn the difference between guns and butter.
Coming in at number 10 is Baby Boy. Centered in the same LA area as Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and Friday, Baby Boy's story arc details the coming of age of a 20-year-old father still trying to grow out of being a child himself. As one of the only films featuring a young parent, Baby Boy highlights the different temptations faced by 18 to 25-year-olds and the reluctance to give up the player lifestyle in exchange for starting a family. Fun, and sometimes even unintentionally funny, Baby Boy splits the difference between the comically hysterical Friday and the heavy social commentary provided by Boys in the Hood. As an unfortunate common theme in urban films, Tyrese's Jody character was a misguided young man trying to find his way without a father figure, managing to avoid both jail and death, and ultimately deciding to grow up and settle down in the process. Next at number 9, Dead Presidents. Focused on a post-Vietnam War vet played by Lorenz Tate, Dead Presidents places a spotlight on the lack of opportunities given to men of color regardless of service to their country. With no unrealistic fairy tale ending, the film is easily one of the most difficult to watch on this list. Perhaps the lesson here is not only surrounding the mistakes made by frustrated war vets after returning home from tours of duty, but in how we who are here waiting for them should treat them upon their return. Falling in a similar category as Dead Presidents is the number 8 movie on the list, Set It Off. Featuring an all-star female cast of Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, and Kimberly Elise, Set It Off again details the desperation faced by 4 inner-city Los Angeles women in need of money for various reasons. Facing many of the monetary challenges women in urban areas face, from loss of employment, child care challenges, to coming up with college tuition for loved ones, Set It Off hits hard as these otherwise good women make the wrong choices, ultimately leading to their untimely demise. Coming in at number 7 is Jason's Lyric. Set in the 3rd Ward of Houston, Texas, Jason's Lyric is a story of 2 brothers tied together through a family tragedy. Starring Alan Payne and cult favorite Bokeem Woodbine along with Jada Pinkett, the film's relatability lies in a man who has opportunities to grow through love and career holding himself back through feeling he owes his brother. As Jason allows the old commitments to hold him back, it threatens his personal growth, nearly costing him the woman he loves. Thankfully, contrary to Dead Presidents and Set It Off, Jason and Lyric's love overcomes all obstacles for a surprise ending.
But yo, man, it don't matter to me how fine a girl is. Ain't no woman finna put no leash around my neck. Shit, I can't even button my shirt all the way to the top without getting nervous. Shit, I'm just trying to kick it, you know?
Hey, this is how I see it. We should play this game for life.
What game?
Mackin'. Hanging.
Yeah, I like that.
Mackin'. Hanging. Mackin'. Hanging. Mackin'. Hanging.
Perhaps the top feel-good story on the list is number 6, The Wood. In one of only 2 films in this top 10 without any deaths, this story, based in Inglewood, is centered around 3 friends recounting childhood flashbacks while encouraging one of the friends to overcome his cold feet on the heels of his impending marriage. Starring Omar Epps, Taye Diggs, and the underrated Richard T. Jones, The Wood is one of the best coming-of-age stories of modern times. Covering everything from first loves to that first after-school fight, The Wood is a tale that almost anyone growing up in any neighborhood can relate to.
Hank, do you care whether you live or die?
I don't know.
Come on, man, let's bail. Come on.
One of the most memorable films on the heels of Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society was seen as the antithesis of its 1991 predecessor, particularly due to the absence of a father figure for the main character, Kane. He presents as the polar opposite of the Trey character played by Cuba Gooding Jr. This is probably the grittiest of all of the coming-of-age ghetto dramas. With both Turin Turner as the lost youth Kane, and Lorenz Tate putting in the performance of a lifetime as the ruthless O-Dog, Menace to Society delivered a more brutal impact than any ghetto classic to that point, and perhaps since.
Damn!
Put together by the legendary Ice Cube and DJ Pooh, 1995's Friday was created to portray the funnier side of life in the hood, contrasting the menacing portrayals shown in Menace, South Central, and Boys in the Hood. Without a doubt the funniest film on this, or perhaps any movie list, Friday's peek into one specific day provided us more than just the laughter we enjoyed throughout. With an all-star cast of Ice Cube, the breakout performance of Chris Tucker, along with terrific performances by Nia Long, Regina King, and the late great Tiny Lister as the infamous Debo, Friday gave us several timeless life lessons, mostly taught by the late great John Witherspoon.
Hey, Craig, have you seen my shoe? What's that for? Protection. Protection? Protection from who?
Yeah, Smokey. I got to walk Smokey down to his house.
Oh, man. Your mother and I never would have moved in this neighborhood if we had known you need a gun to walk down the damn street.
You know how it is around here.
Oh, no, son, that's not the way it is. You kids today are nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This is what makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. And you think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you?
I'm a man without it.
Put the gun down. Come on, put up your dukes. Now you're a man.
Perfectly combining unbelievable humor with priceless lessons like standing up for yourself without the benefit of a gun, along with staying employed.
Well, you need a trade.
Friday was simply an instant classic in every way, and has grown more and more over the last 25 years. In fact, Friday is seen today as one of the biggest cult classics in movie history for any genre and is the biggest crossover success on this list.
Go on, give me the money.
Give me the money.
Give me the money, man. Under arrest.
Well, y'all don't look like no cops to me.
That's why they hired us, baby, because we don't look like cops.
Okay, up against this wall here.
Perhaps the film that inspired all others to follow, Cooley High, set in Chicago, follows the original Trey and Ricky with Glenn Turman and Lawrence Hilton Jacobs starring as Leroy Preach Jackson and Richard Cochise Morris. With Cooley High's Cochise as the original Ricky from Boys in the Hood, the film encapsulates the struggle between seeking a better life while avoiding the temptations of the streets. This, along with 1975's Cornbread Earl and Me, is the seminal film which spawned others like Boys in the Hood. with the cautionary tale here being how a college-bound student loses his life due to being with bad company on a seemingly meaningless joyride. Cooley High's message is as relevant today as ever.
I ain't been up this early in a long time. Turned on the TV this morning. Had this shit on about living in a violent world. Showed all these foreign places foreigners living on. Started thinking, man. Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
Undoubtedly the landmark ghetto film of all time, Boys in the Hood's impact is still felt over 30 years later. The tale follows Trey, who is sent to live with his father, Furious Styles, in tough South Central Los Angeles. Although his hard-nosed father instills proper values and respect in him, and his devout girlfriend Brandy, played by Nia Long, teaches him about faith, Trey's friends Doughboy and Ricky don't have the same kind of support and are drawn into the neighborhood's booming drug and gang culture, with increasingly tragic results. Following the Cooley High blueprint, Trey and Ricky follow similar circumstances as Preach and Cochise, with Ricky trading in Cochise's jump shot for football cleats. The defining difference in this here, though, is the presence of Lawrence Fishburne's Furious as the film's pivotal character.
Trey, what happened? Trey, what happened? Talk to me. What happened? What happened to Ricky?
Trey? Trey!
Talk to him. Something just happened to Rick. I don't know. He just got shot. Something happened to Rick.
Wait. Now, Brandy, I want you to try and calm down, and I want you to go home. You hear me? You hear me?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll take care of him. He's gonna be all right. Trey? Trey, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, you bad now, huh? You bad. You gotta shoot somebody now, huh? Oh, here I am. Come on, shoot me. You bad, right? Look, I'm sorry about your friend. My heart goes out to his mother and his family, but that's their problem, Trey. You my son. You my problem. I want you to give me the gun. Oh, I see. You want to end up like little Chris in a wheelchair, huh? Right? No, you want to end up like Doughboy, huh? No? Give me the motherfucking gun, Trey. You're my only son, and I'm not gonna lose you to no bullshit, you hear? I love you, man. Go clean yourself up.
Some honorable mentions on this list include underrated films such as Spike Lee's 1992 Crooklyn, 1995's New Jersey Drive, and Master P's Lockdown. Although these films flew under the radar, each showcased characters either growing, dealing with loss, or fighting temptations from the people around them. This all leads to the number 1 film on my list.
Don't blow it, brother.
I won't blow it.
Are you a deuce?
No, I am not.
Can you stand alone like a man has to?
Yes.
Go find your boy. Save his life.
I'll do it. If it takes my life, I'll do it.
I believe you, Bobby.
1992 South Central was sandwiched between 1991's Boys in the Hood and 1993's Menace to Society. With the blockbuster success of both films, South Central often gets lost in the shuffle. It's my number 1 film due to the message not seen in most movies of any genre, and that's the message of rehabilitation. Situated in South Central Los Angeles, as the name suggests, South Central follows gangster Bobby Johnson. As an originator of the Hoover Deuce gang along with his partner Ray Ray, Bobby commits a brutal murder of a rival gang member, leaving behind an infant son while serving a 10-year prison bid. Continuing a cycle of fatherless young men by going in and out of the prison system, he seems destined to allow his fate to be the same as his neighborhood predecessors. During his incarceration, Bobby learns that own son is following down the same path. Upon his release, the man who'd originally gone by the street name Killer decided to change his life and not let his past discretions dictate his future. Ultimately, South Central's triumph comes in the redemption of a man who breaks the cycle of fatherless children by finding his son and giving him the opportunities he'd never had. Glenn Plummer turns in perhaps the most underrated performance in the history of this genre of films. If there's any man out there who believes his life is over due to the mistakes of his past, he can be encouraged by this film, which stands alone due to the powerful message of hope it provides. If you like this content and want to see more, please subscribe. This is Big C's. See you next time.